I'm a Lagosian, I'm from Ekpe, and I come from an extended family, so that means I have a lot of brothers and sisters. Okay, but from my mom to my dad, I'm from a family of 4 kids. That's from my mom to my dad. But apart from that, I have a lot of brothers and sisters, half brothers and sisters. So one more day, wash your hair on your last eating, let's get busy, bring it back to the floor. Growing up life, well, growing up was very basic, like every other family. In as much as my dad, we had other children, it wasn't a case whereby everybody was living together. It was like, okay, he was married to my mom at that moment, and that was that family, that was that little family. And growing up was the normal, strict, disciplined home of you can't go anywhere without a driver or one thing or the other, until my parents divorced, and that's where reality of life struck. And I had to adapt to that life till my university level. So basically, I struggled through my youth, making all the necessary decisions that was available to making sure that my future was bright. So I had to make the decision of making sure I finished school. In as much as I couldn't go to school totally, I had to stay at home and read through most of my most important years in junior secondary and senior secondary schools. I did most of them at home, and I had to go to school to complete it and to finish it off. So it wasn't all a bed of roses from time to time. It was from one hustle to the other. Even when I got into university, it continued to be a hustle, because I now had to find a balance between, okay, I have to work to pay fees, I have to work to pay fees. It got to a point whereby they just didn't tally anymore. I had to work, and money wasn't coming out as much to pay my fees. So I had to withdraw from school, continue the business, and expand it to the point whereby I can pay for my education anytime I wanted. And that was what has led me to this level I am right now. Let me see your back girl on the floor. Let me see your back girl on the floor. Let me see your back girl on the floor. Basically, that's what we go to school for. We go to school to get knowledge, and we use that knowledge and apply it to life out there. So if we say, have I been able to achieve that knowledge? Yes, I have. Being street smart has also, added to that level of understanding and knowledge. And basically, what I learned in school has helped me grow as a businesswoman or as a businessman. I won't say quit school. Before I quit school, I've gotten to that level. I've gotten to the tertiary level. So it's not like I quit school at primary or I quit school at secondary. I've gotten all the basic foundation of education that is required to develop your life. And from there, I just took charge of that and moved on what I'm doing. So what I'm doing right now is a business that I have grown into and I'm still developing. Am I fulfilled? Not completely. There's still so much in my head that I want to do where I am, because it's a new business in this country. So people are retiring, with dance or the dance business, but we've not gotten to that level yet in the country where I have to sit back and say, oh, I've done a couple of music videos and I've been able to be a choreographer in a couple of shows. That makes me a great dancer. No, until we get a system where it's secure enough for people to come into the business, sustain in the business, and retire in the business, I can't afford to quit. Well, cultural value, or let's say what is already as a template, what is already a template in this country about being an entertainer generally, there's a frown to it. But I think times have changed and people are beginning to understand that, or not just understand, I think what people understand is the money. Because when you have a child who says he wants to be a musician, you first of all frown at it, for why? But when you start raking in 20 million, 30 million, grossing that kind of amount in less than 6 months of his performances, you don't have no choice but to encourage a child. So I think the fact that dance or entertainment business has grown to a point where people can go home smiling with a bag of money has made parents calm down and say, oh, you can be a model. I want to be a model, yeah, go and learn. I want to be a dancer, okay, go. And it's because people have actually done it with all that criticism, have been able to create a name for themselves. Not just that, they've sustained themselves, they are well-to-do in what they are doing. So it's no more a problem, even though we still have people who frown at it. And for those who still frown at it, because they have not been enlightened on how much standard and quality you can derive from still being a dancer. I run my company, I'm a CEO of my company. Wherever I am in the world, I'm still a CEO. Whether it's a dance company or not, I'm still a CEO of my company. So it doesn't change that fact. The only thing is that what I do is dance, and the business of dance is beyond moving on stage alone. There's a lot of things required. I have meetings with my board of directors like any other company would. I have meetings with my accountants as any other company would. I have meetings with my staff as any other company would. So because I dance doesn't make me a less responsible individual. Of course, I do salsa a lot. I do ballet is part of my foundation. You know, that's part of the dance steps I learned from childhood. But Nigeria here, we've not got to a level whereby we can basically specialize because of the market. Because if you look at it really, you want to go into the business of dance. You now need to look at what your market is asking for. You can't go into a business of dance in a dance genre that will not sell. You understand? Even if I do salsa, there's still a limit to how many salsa shows I'll be called for. But the market is a hip-hop market, it's a pop market, it's a galala, zonto kind of market. So every time you create a dance style or a routine, or you learn or you master a craft, you're mastering it because there's a service that will be required for that craft. So whatever dance styles available in this country right now that is required for the market, I practice it. Apart from that, it's beyond just how many styles you do. It's about, is your body, you know, well coordinated enough to learn anything that comes on the table. If I get a client tomorrow and says, I want salsa all through, I will be able to achieve it because my body is disciplined enough to coordinate and dance salsa right. Now, a lot of people say I can dance salsa and I can dance hip hop, but when you see them dance both, they are not. You might like them better in hip hop than you like them in salsa, but a good dancer should be able to pull that off. Try and be as versatile as possible. So the versatility is what I push in my school. That be versatile, not just the style. If they are versatile, then they can learn any style. So I don't teach styles as much as I teach versatility in all the styles available.
Ooh, I like it.
The young factor, yes, is there because there's no ready platform or ready template for you to write on to do some certain businesses that like dance, which is new, or modeling or musicianship. You understand? What is there is the ability to understand that it's not the tag of who you are, it's what you are as an individual. The fact that you can wake up in the morning and feel responsible for something. You're going to work. Oh, I'm a reporter. I need to go there and get the contents right because there are people that need to hear news about this and that. What drives you is not because somebody's paying you every day to come and report. It's because that is who you are. You love to report. You want to make sure you get your stories right. You want to make sure you get, so it's the same thing. It's related to what I do. I'm dancing not because dance has to pay me money, but it's a service to humanity as well. Dance is beyond somebody calling me for shows. There are a lot of young people that have taken off the street because I have a dance company. There are a lot of kids that their self-confidence has been boosted because they now believe that their body is worthy of something. There are many married women that their homes are back together again because they feel more sexy now because they've come for dance classes and they are now in tune with their body. So it's doing more good than just on the stage. So I can't stop because the fitness side is there. People come and they lose weight through dancing. So the services I'm giving, it's too much, it's too related to human wants for you to stop. You understand? So that's why, whether the system is bad or not, people who always want to work out and lose weight, people who always want to be entertained, people who always want their confidence to be boosted one way or the other. So whether you like it or not, people leave. And as long as they are living, I work.